What's up, guys? Back at it with more Choujin X. As always, if you enjoy the video, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe. It helps out, means a ton. You guys get plenty of fun stuff. But with that being said, we gotta get into it because we got chapter 19 this time, and I am so incredibly hyped after this chapter. I am ready, but we'll get there. So, starting off, we see Osmo sitting in his room with, well, a room with all of his trophies and all of his accomplishments in this nice, pretty little box, shining away with all of their glory. But he sits there sulking, looking at all of these things that he could do, all of these things that he has done, feeling helpless, being told he can't do anything to help, feeling like he can't do anything to help, and quite possibly the most important time in his very young life, a time where his best friend is captured and could possibly die or whatever, be tortured and die, all kinds of things. Feels like he can't do anything. Has to be a pretty tough feeling. But we also get a little picture of a wheelchair. And then we see somebody on a balcony. I can literally only assume this is the no mask dude, and he is talking to the paper cutout Choujin girl. Blanking on the name right now. Apologize. This guy is apparently the apothecary that she said she was going to call. Now, this actually makes me think. Him being an apothecary with these Choujin drugs and all of this other stuff, there's obviously a lot of things going on there, but is he also possibly, because we've now seen him, wheeling a wheelchair and getting out of it, going out to the balcony and talking on the phone, is part of his goal and his plan him trying to heal himself of a sickness, a disease, one that is very possibly fatal, one that has obviously taken a toll on his body? I don't know, very possible, but kind of just food for thought at the moment. Either way, he asks if she and Ricardo are still at the same hotel, says he would like to come down and see Tokyo immediately. She says yes, and, well, phone call over. That was easy. But Ellie is already over in Minami by the O'Neill Hotel, and she has contacted Kagemura and Momoma. Kagemura tells her that go ahead, stay there, don't do anything, just observe and keep an eye out for anything weird. Also, do not use your powers within a 100-meter radius, I think it was, of the hotel. They would be able to feel the tingle. And Ellie even says, can they feel the tingle too? Probably, Ellie, if they're Choujin, and Choujin can feel other Choujins activate their abilities, they would probably get the same tingle thing that you would feel. That kind of makes sense. Tokyo and Ricardo are still in the hotel. Ricardo's eating pizza. Tokyo's chilling out, not being very happy. Ricardo's sitting there laughing at a sitcom, TV show, whatever, enjoying his pizza, having a laugh, just loving it. Azuma at this time has decided to take a walk, and he's reminiscing back to a time when he was younger and with his father walking down a pair of railroad tracks. He tells his dad, he says, the tracks on the right, they go to Yamato, but the tracks on the left, where do they go? His dad simply tells him to come with me. So they walk on and on and on for such a long time that Azuma develops blisters on his feet, and they even start to pop. I can actually attest to this. In high school one time, I dipped out on baseball practice. I was out. I was trying to go have a good time. Wasn't about it. Either way, when I came to baseball practice the next day, I had to run laps around the concrete course around the gym for a long time until coach said stop. Said keep on going. Keep on going. Me not being like, oh, I'm just going to take it easy and like the other guy that had to run laps, I passed this dude literally like 6-7 times on this entire course. Either way, I'm competitive. I'm sorry. I had to just go and go. I had like 4 blisters on the bottom of each foot that night by the time I got home. So I can only imagine how long it would take to develop them from walking and then for them to get to the point where they pop from the walking. Mine did not pop from running. So yeah, I can only imagine. Either way, they finally get to the end of the railroad tracks on the left side. And that's it. The end. There is nothing. It is just rubble at the entrance to a tunnel. They lead nowhere at this point. And his dad tells him when he can't make a decision, he always thinks back to these tracks. And he thinks, or tries, to go down the right path. Not only in this case is the path on the right side a path that actually leads somewhere, not a dead end, it's also the right path, the correct choice. So Azuma's thinking, I should go back. Like he said, I'll just slow them down. But what if something happens to Tokyo? To shirk justice is cowardice. I can only imagine a quote he heard from his dad. And he says, Dad, is the path I'm going down the right path? At this moment, at this time, a hyena pops up. Not that crazy, because this has already happened to Osmo once lately. Maybe that actually makes it even more crazy that it happened a second time. Either way, a hyena pops up and says, "Excuse me, can you point me to the ocean, please?" Okay, yes, Ozma is going to get some Choujin powers, and I am about it. I have been waiting for this moment. It is here. I am so excited. It's not here, but it's here. This is either a drug-induced hallucination, and I don't think Ozma is on drugs. Kind of seems like a straight shooter, gonna be honest. Or he has Choujin powers. Now, this does not mean he has hyena Choujin powers specifically. Remember, Tokyo was the vulture. Ozma was the lion. Tokyo has vulture powers, but at one point he was talking to pigeons. Vultures, pigeons, both birds, hyenas, and lions. Wait a minute. Hyenas aren't cats. Wait, what is a hyena again? Isn't it like a dog? What is it? Cat dog? I don't know, I'm gonna call them cat dogs, just so I can continue to hope Ozma is gonna have lion powers. Okay, so I googled it. I had to know. Hyenas are actually more closely related to cats than dogs, so hey, we're kind of okay. But they're most closely related to mongooses and civets. So I'm hoping lions are there. Because Google was even sitting there like, yeah, they're closer to cats than dogs. Then it went on to say mongooses and civets. So the lion train is going strong, boys. But yeah, so this hyena walks up and he's like, "Excuse me, would you mind pointing me to the ocean?" Ozma's obviously like, what? Being a nice person, though, he's just, "It's over there, bud. You, do you wear a swimsuit?" Stupid question, sorry. Yeah, it's over there. Hyena's just like, "All right, thanks, man." Just goes trotting off. Ozma looks over. Just so happens to see a nice, pretty, bright, lit up sign that says O'Neill Motel, Minami City, that way. Wonder where our boy's gonna go next. So of course Ozma finds the place, and Ellie even notices him walking up, and she was also mentioning about how she's famished. Apparently she's been up there for quite a while. But Ozma is thinking about how Tokyo risked his life to save him, and if a Choujin is someone who takes on the form that they seek most, then that fits Tokyo perfectly. And he says, "I want to be the type of person that will risk my life for a friend." Says, "I will make the right choice." As the paper cutout Choujin tells him, "No entry." Says, "No, give me my friend back." As soon as Ririka goes to like unclip open the piano, Jesus Lord, the guitar, whatever suitcase holder thing that we now know has giant scissors in it, Ozma is immediately on the move. Remember, Ozma is a fighter. He is born and bred and raised, trained fighter. One reason I can't wait to see this boy get some powers, okay? Especially if they're powers like bestial Choujin powers that boost all these physical stats and make you a way better fighter than you were before. Okay, anyway, yeah, he's immediately on the move, and he gets the first shot off, immediately kicking Ririka. Unfortunately, we know, turned the whole body into wavy paper and kicked paper. Great, good, awesome. Didn't really do a whole lot. So, Reset, she's got the scissors, tells him he'll die. Go back in, slash at him, whatever, with the scissors. Ozma literally matrix dodges these things and kicks her in the face. Oh my goodness. Seriously. Is anybody else out there wanting to see this boy with powers as badly as I am? He is a beast without them. Please, give this kid this boost. I need it. I cannot wait. But ability 2 that Ririka has is the ability to turn anything she touches into paper. If someone is able to touch or hit this paper a second time, it will be undone. And she can use this ability on herself, which isn't really a surprise considering we've already seen her do the like wavy paper thing. So yeah, she busts into paper, reforms, knees Osmo in the stomach, drops him, jumps up, lands, and cuts this dude's ear off with her scissors. No, please. No, I'd appreciate it if you didn't. So yeah, Osmo's kind of freaking out a little bit, not very happy that he just lost an ear. Kind of understand. But she's sitting there like, people like you challenge me sometimes. Are you really here to save him, or do you want to test your own abilities? Either way, if I recall, you kicked me in the face, and gets pissed. Like, turning on the Choujin powers. Like, turning them up, okay? Yeah, Ricardo and Tokyo both get the tingle. Ricardo immediately jumps up like, okay, she's pissed. Not okay, not okay. So yeah, Ricardo wraps up Tokyo in, I guess, tentacles and says like, stay put, I gotta go. He leaves. Tokyo ends up going into full beastification, and he's super scrawny in this form right now, probably because he's super hungry, hasn't ate anything, really low on fuel. At least that's what he says, I'm pretty sure. I'm low on fuel. Either way, yeah, he gets out of the tentacle wrap, whatever, goes outside, and he's like, where am I? Minami City? Cut back over to Osmo and Ririka. Osmo is absolutely cut to shreds as his mind jumps back to those 2 railroad tracks, of course wondering if he is still going down the right path, the correct path. And he thinks to himself, what are you fighting against? And we see something snap or a switch turn on. At this point, Osmo is absolutely cut to bits on the very last panel of the chapter. I can only imagine he isn't actually dead. There is no way we got teased with a hyena talking to him, an animal talking to him, hinting at bestial Choujin powers, only to have him die at the end of the exact same chapter. When Tokyo went full beastification, there was this very stylized artistic panel of his body like unraveling. Maybe something in a similar vein to that. I have no idea. But this is also kind of different from that because Tokyo wasn't getting like attacked by another person at that point that was cutting them to shreds. Osmo kind of is. But real quick with the whole cross bit with Ririka's powers and Osmo and the whole like what are you fighting against? I think that might be kind of twofold. The whole him looking at himself, thinking to himself, like, dude, what have you gotten yourself into? Like, what kind of monster are you fighting against? Look at this thing. But also, maybe sort of an internal thought. What are you fighting against? Let it go. Maybe, something like that. Hinting towards the release, the awakening of his Choujin powers. That would also probably kind of go in line with the whole switch being turned on thing. Just saying. I don't know. That's kind of my interpretation, my kind of thoughts on it maybe. I honestly really can't wait for chapter 20. Seriously. I gotta know. I gotta see. For these next few chapters. Until this whole capture thing. I don't know. I'm hyped. I'm ready. I still can't wait to see more of Ricardo. I want to see Ricardo fight too. I'm so excited. This is going to be a great time for Choujin X. Even though it's still a really new series, and it's pretty much always been a really good time for Choujin X. Not a whole lot of down points so far. But either way, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope you enjoyed the chapter. If so, let me know your thoughts down in the comments. I love talking to you guys. I respond to pretty much all of them. So I'm going to get out of here, but I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you next time. I'm out.